Oh, that's a good one. Hey, what's going on, y'all? I had a trip today with Craig, Dylan, and Ben, and it was a real tough bite. The first few hours of the morning, we had a couple of trout and I think maybe one short red. In the first like 3 hours, we were in fish all morning, and they just wouldn't bite. We were throwing all kinds of different lures and stuff, and we didn't bring any bait or anything. I'm mostly an artificial guide, and for me, you know, I'm okay with knowing that sometimes the artificial bite is tough, and I do bring bait with me sometimes. But this particular area, the freaking trash fish are bad, man. As soon as it hits the water, your shrimp's gone. So I don't bring bait with me and stuff like this. Probably some cut bait would be a better solution on those tough bite days. But another thing I figured out probably a month or so ago, I started using a new lure towards the end of the morning when the sun comes out, when it's real sunny and bright. And you know, I overlooked this lure for I don't know how many years, but I've seen people catching fish on them and all that, and just the simplicity of it. I was thinking, I just don't want to try it, you know. So I was being stubborn, and about a couple months ago, I made a video with this lure, and I realized real quick that it has to be sunny. So the lure is a Johnson silver minnow spoon, and this is a gold spoon, even though it's called the silver minnow. To me, it has to be sunny because that sun hits that lure and it reflects off of it. So later today, when I started getting the hits, the sun was out, and as soon as we got some cloud cover, the bite turned off again. So I believe that sunlight, that bright sunlight a little later in the morning, is what's causing them to hit these the best situations, which is a good thing, because that's about the time I start to get discouraged, you know, 9 a.m. or so or so. If something hasn't happened by then, a lot of times it never happens for me as we get into summertime. So this is a really cool later in the morning lure for me that has been working. I haven't made many videos. I did catch a limit on this spoon a week or two ago, and then I've caught some nice fish. I just haven't been posting you know, every single trip. So I'm using the half ounce spoon, and you know, I started off with a 1/8 ounce, thinking lightweight, you know, more finesse on a day when they're spooky. And the 1/8 ounce, it throws like from me to you, even on a light setup. So I went to the 1/4 ounce, and it does decent. The 1/4 ounce is decent, but I still wasn't really getting the distance I would like to get. So I tried the half ounce, and the half ounce really isn't much bigger than a 1/4 as far as the length and the dimension. It's like maybe a 1/2 inch longer, and so the half ounce is working for me. I have this is a fluorocarbon leader. You can use mono or fluoro, it doesn't matter. And I have that leader tied to a barrel swivel on one end, and then I tie my braid, my main line, to that swivel. That swivel is going to help produce or help prevent some of the line twist. As this lure is going in the water, it's twisting and turning and stuff like that. So I only throw this on one certain rod and reel. That way, when it eventually has spun its course too many times, and you get, you know, a loop in your line and all that, then I don't mess up my other rod and reels. So been throwing it on that rod and reel for probably a couple months, and I don't think I've restrung it yet. So the line twist isn't quite as bad as what I was thinking it might be. I think that swivel is definitely is definitely helping. So the way I work them, I throw them out there, and I fish real shallow, and I fish a lot of grass, you know, submerged grass. So before it hits the water, I'm flipping the bell down on a spinning cast, and I'm trying to reel it in with the rod tip real high, like right before it hits the water, and I'm keeping it above that grass. You have about this much water on top of that grass, and then the grass goes down. And you know, they're weedless. They do have that weedless barb on them, but nothing is fully weedless. And really, it's all on how you work them to prevent the catching grass so much. I probably catch grass about every other cast, no matter what, anyways. But I can get usually I can get a good amount. I can work that lure for a good amount of length. You know, I can cover some water before it catches that grass. And I'm burning them. I mean, I'm burning them. If you don't know, it means I'm reeling it in fast. That, for one, is keeping it above the grass. For two, you can't work a lure too fast for redfish, except when they're being finicky. You might slow it down some, so that's different. But I can't slow it down in the situations that I fish it. I have to reel it in pretty quick. The 1/4 ounce, a little bit lighter spoon, is definitely maybe a better choice for some, because you don't have to burn it so quick. You know, you can slow it down a little bit and it won't sink so fast. So, but you don't get the distance. So, you know, it's a give or take on both ends. So yeah, I got into some biting fish finally, and Craig and Dylan and Ben, they went a different direction, and we had fished this area first thing in the morning, because I know it's a real good area. I hit all my spots, and I go as far as I want to go. And if they don't bite, I keep a mental note, well, were they at least there? And if they were there, but I couldn't get a hit early in the morning, I'm gonna hit those spots again on the way back. And that's what I did. And I told the guys, I said, well, let's go over here. You know, they ended up going another way, and they caught a few redfish too. So it can be discouraging, you know, fishing for 3 hours, especially casting into redfish wakes and stuff, and they just won't hit. So I think all of us had a little bit of discouragement, but I don't quit fishing until about 10 a.m. when I start to head in. I think it's a good choice if you're gonna book a trip with me, to stay with me, you know. But also, there's people who are experienced that book trips with me that want to go do their own thing, and I'm completely okay with that. So, but yeah, it was a pretty good day overall. Thanks for watching. Let's go get those lines tight. Well, I want to go just past this point and to the right into that next cove, but there's a few in here. There's quite a few. Yeah, you see them? He's coming your way now. He's running from it, dude. Loaded right here. Yep. Well, finally hit it. Somebody finally hit it. Good red too. Somebody finally got hungry. I don't even know where my grips are. It's been so long since I caught a fish. hooked decent. Nice slot though. Yeah, we'll let it go. We might not catch another one. As tough as it's been. That's alright. Sometimes it takes a lot of work to find them, and then you find them and they don't want to bite. And then sometimes they start biting, and then my customers are who knows where. So, I mean, that's just how it goes. I'm just gonna fish. It's definitely discouraging, I know, to be fishing for 3 hours and only catch a couple little trout. Oh boy. He freaking was waking on it. It got too close to the freaking kayak. Oh, did y'all see that? He's still following it. Golly. They're messing with it. They're going to eat it here in a minute. Bite's getting better. Oh, what we got going on over here? Yep. Small guy, that's okay though. That's okay though. Thanks, buddy. He's following, he's following. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's a good fish. He waked up on it, boy. He waked up on it. He said, let me have that spoon. Oh, that's a good one. It's gonna be at least mid to upper slot. Oh boy. You can open your mouth. Let me grip you the easy way. Yeah. Oh. Hell yeah. Nice red. On the spoon, man. On the spoon.